Hey there, aviation enthusiasts, welcome back. Today we're diving into a fascinating what-if scenario that's been quietly echoing through hangars and boardrooms for years. Could the Boeing 710 have replaced the legendary 747? We all know the 747, the queen of the skies, the four-engine marvel that reshaped long-haul aviation and defined what it meant to fly globally. For over 5 decades, it symbolized ambition, power, and the golden era of commercial air travel. But time waits for no aircraft. As fuel prices climbed and environmental consciousness took center stage, the 747's reign began to wane. Airlines needed something different, something leaner, greener, and more flexible. Enter the Boeing 710, or rather, the dream of it. A proposed stretched version of the already formidable 777-9. The 710 would have been a behemoth designed to carry around 450 passengers. Depending on configuration, it was, in every technical sense, the logical heir to the 747's throne. Longer range, updated tech, better fuel efficiency, it checked every box on paper. Back in 2016, Boeing even hinted at the possibility of building it. At the Farnborough Air Show, they made it clear, if an airline wanted it, they could build it. But reality has a funny way of complicating dreams. 2016 wasn't just any year for Boeing. The MAX crisis had started to cast its long shadow. Production delays were turning into PR nightmares, and the 777X program itself was crawling through development. Certifying a new variant, especially one as complex as the 710, was just too much. Even for a giant like Boeing, the timing was off. The industry was shifting rapidly, and not in the direction of massive jets. So what if, just for a moment, we imagine that Boeing had gone ahead with the Could it really have worn the crown left behind by the Queen? Technically, yes. It had everything airlines once loved: range, capacity, and a modern edge. But here's the twist. The game had changed. Airlines were no longer chasing size. They were chasing flexibility. Cost efficiency, sustainability. Aircraft like the A350 and 787 weren't just alternatives, they were the future. Twin-engine, long-range, mid-sized wide-bodies that could fly point-to-point without the financial headache of filling hundreds of seats on every flight. The days of the bigger is better mantra were fading fast. And even the 777-9, which is smaller than the imagined 710, has had a tough time securing widespread orders outside a handful of major carriers. Most airlines simply don't need that kind of capacity anymore. And then there's timing. Imagine if Boeing had greenlit the 710 in 2016. Development, testing, certification. You're looking at a timeline that pushes well into the 2030s. By the time it would have been ready, the market might have moved even further away from high-capacity aircraft. A solution without a problem. A plane born into the wrong decade. This isn't just about the 710, it's about the soul of modern aviation. The era of the super jumbo is over. The A380, as majestic as it is, proved that size alone isn't enough. Airlines need aircraft that adapt to a constantly evolving network. Small cities, thinner routes, non-stop options without the need to hub through global mega ports. That's where the future lies. The 710 would have been a marvel of engineering, no doubt, but perhaps a misfit in a world that no longer worships scale. Still, the thought lingers. What if Boeing had taken the risk and reimagined long-haul dominance with the 710? Would it have won over the legacy carriers clinging to their 747 fleets? Would it have revived the era of ultra-high-capacity travel, or merely served as a swan song to a bygone age? So I turn it over to you, the dreamers, the engineers, the spotters, and the romantics of flight. Could the 710 have done it? Could it have become the rightful successor to the 747? Or did Boeing make the right call by staying the course with the 777-9 and 777X? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're enjoying these deep dives into aviation's big questions, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Until then, stay safe, keep looking up, and I'll see you in the next video.